Guys, where we are now is known as the Dublin Garden. The Dublin Garden, and it's where the city gets its name from, okay? Now back in Viking times, 9th, 10th, 11th century, this area here was a natural harbour. The River Liffey would have come quite closer than it does today, so this area here was a natural harbour. Now we have it written in the old Viking annals from the 10th century. When the Vikings were sailing in here, the first view they got of the first view the Vikings got of the whole area, the place shimmered like black ice. Due to the mud and the silt and the stagnant water that was here, the whole place looked black. And this is where the name comes from, Dublin. Dub, D-U-B-H, means black. Lin, L-I-N-N, means pool, the black pool. Originally, the name was just given to the harbour area. As the years went by, it spread out and it was given to the whole settlement and the whole town. Dublin, the black pool. Anglicised to Dublin, where the name of the city comes from. You okay? Got some water? Beer. I have gin in the bag if you need some gin. Very, very good medicinal. Dublin, the black pool. Now, you notice the sculpture, guys, that is built into the ground here, okay? They twist around, twist in between. If you look at this from above, it's like an old trumpet design. But the idea of this is to signify the river eels that used to thrive in this old harbour area. Because of the mud and the silt, plenty of places for them to burrow and to hide and all that kind of stuff. So this is to signify the river eels that used to thrive here. They were fished, they were sold here at the marketplace, they were seen as a delicacy by the people of the city. Okay? The river eels. Now you'll notice that at intervals around, there are lights that are set in all the way around. Now behind us here are the state apartments, okay? We saw them around the front when we were in the main courtyard. They're saying the state banquets and all that kind of stuff, they take place in here. Whenever that stuff is coming on, people coming from abroad, this area becomes a helicopter landing area. That's why the lights are set in all around, okay? Now if you come in here at night, it's misty and foggy and rainy and the lights are shining up and the helicopters are coming in, it looks amazing, right? It's like close encounters of the third kind. Really, really cool looking. So let's say there's an economic summit taking place behind us here. The IMF are flying in their helicopters. So in they will fly and they will land right down here, our good friends from the IMF who come to save the country. They will land here. The minions, the servants will run out from the state apartments. They will carry our friends from the IMF on litters, shoulder high like Roman emperors. They will be carried into the state apartments. They will be fed with the best food and the best wines money can buy. Their money, right? Hopefully they will leave a check so that we can pay the bills for the civil service for September. Once they're finished, again, shoulder high like these Roman emperors. Back out they will be carried. Back into their helicopters. Off to Greece. And then Spain, and then Portugal, and then Italy. To pick the last bits of flesh from the bones of their economies also. The vultures of the IMF, my friends. Sorry. I'm speaking at a Socialist Workers' Party meeting later on. I'm getting my things mixed up, okay? Sorry about that. Forgive the rant. So the helicopter landing area, that's the idea of the lights. So as I said, behind us the state apartments, originally known as the royal apartments. Whenever any member of the British royal family was coming to Dublin to see how their loyal subjects were getting on, they would stay behind us here in the royal apartments. Now in the late 19th century, Queen Victoria is due to visit Dublin. This gives a serious problem to the Lord Lieutenant, like the Governor of Ireland. And the problem he has is that behind where the coach house is today was look what you've done, you made me catch it now as well. Excuse me. One of the worst and most deprived slum areas in all of Dublin is right behind where the coach house is now, okay? A very, very bleak, grim existence. Barefoot kids, no sanitation, people living in shacks. Horrible, horrible way to live. Now the Lord Lieutenant knows that when Queen Victoria wakes in the morning and looks out her window, that she'd be greeted by this scene of horror, which would reflect very, very badly on the Lord Lieutenant, make it look like he's not doing his job. So something has to be done, okay? Now originally the idea was there would be some level of sanitation, okay? Some level of housing, anything to get these people up off their knees just a little bit. However, the Lord Lieutenant decides he has a much better idea. Much better idea. Why don't we build a big wall right across the front of the slum so that nobody can see what goes on behind it? This is what he decides to do. You see the name, the coach house, and you would probably assume, reasonably enough, stables, coaches, horses. None of that was the case. It was purely built to block off the view of the slum. As the years went by, it was converted and actually became a coach house. But until that point, originally, block off the view of the slum, okay? We'll give you an insight into the attitude of the British towards particularly the urban poor in Ireland, alright? You can start off with the Statue of Justice around the front, with their back to the people, shunning the people, okay? The same kind of attitude here. Build a wall in front of them. If we can't see them, they're not there. Out of sight, out of mind. Now the attitude towards these people by many members of the British aristocracy was that the Irish are beasts of burden. They are here to work, to make money for the state and to make money for the British Crown. If they are not doing so, they're of no value whatsoever. Hence, building a big wall across the front of them so that nobody can see. So that's the coach house. And then here, guys, we have the Chester Beatty Library, one of the cultural jewels of Dublin City. Chester Beatty was an Irish-American philanthropist and a copper miner. He was known as the King of Copper, made his millions in copper mining. He was also a great, great collector. Massive, massive collection. He was into all kinds of stuff. Religious iconography, he's into military history, he's into oriental furniture, all kinds of stuff. A massive, massive collection. In 1950, Beatty decides to donate his entire collection to the Irish state. Now only 5% of Chester Beatty's collection is housed in this building. It's an enormous collection. The other 95% is under lock and key somewhere in Ireland. It is absolutely priceless. Priceless. So on 3 floors in here you have an amazing collection. If you're into old religious iconography and religious books, until very recently the second largest collection of the Quran in the world was housed in here in the Chester Beatty Library, alright? I had a private tour in here, a couple of us guys did about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It is an amazing collection. It is absolutely priceless and it is fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And at the moment, the visiting exhibition here, you can just see the sign, the Art Books of Henri Matisse. The first time these books and drawings have been exhibited anywhere in Europe, and it was right here in Dublin, okay? Pablo Picasso himself said, when all is said and done, there is only Matisse. Only Matisse, okay? This is a stunning exhibition, okay? If you're into any kind of art, go and check this out. You can just see thought processes going, developing through the drawings to the final work. It's a stunning, stunning collection, right? It is absolutely free, my friends. Free, gratis, free to go and see the Chester Beatty Library exhibition, okay? All our state galleries, state museums, state libraries, etc., all of them, they're connected with the state, they are free to go and see. Free. Free stuff in Dublin. Believe it, my friends, okay? I know Dublin is an expensive town, guys. Believe me, I know, right? But you do not have to spend money to go and see incredibly cool stuff in this city. They said all these libraries and galleries, all free. There's free outdoor theatre going on all the way through the summer, free music at lunchtimes in different places around. You do not have to spend money to see great, great stuff here in Dublin. I'll show you a number of these places as we go around, the National Museum and the gallery, etc. Unfortunately, guys, Monday is the day off for these people. They're open 6 days a week. 6 days a week. Half day on Sunday, and then Tuesday to Saturday, 5 until 9:30 until 5. Civil servants going to work at 9. Are you mad? 9:30 till 5 o'clock, 6 days a week. 5 days a week. And numbers bad with numbers. History great, numbers bad. They're all free, guys. Go and check them out. If you're going to be in Dublin for a couple of days, go and see these things. They're amazing. The collection in here is incredible. Absolutely incredible. The amount of people who work in the centre of Dublin walk past the front gate of this place to and from work every single day and never come through the gates and never check this kind of stuff out. We're really lucky in Dublin that we have places like this. We're right in the centre of town, yet you could be out in the middle of the country. You get away from all that traffic and hustle and bustle and Vikings shouting at you and all that kind of stuff. Really lucky to have places like this. We do very, very good places to sit down and relax in Dublin and in Ireland generally. We have no idea how to run an economy, but we know how to relax. We have our priorities in the correct order as far as I'm concerned, right? So this is the Dublin Garden, as I said, the Royal Apartment, Coach House and the Chamber Meeting Library.